I'd like to present to you today what I call the 4 postural must-dos. Let's start with what we're doing wrong. The average person is tending to stand around, whether they're in conversation, doing the dishes, or otherwise, with their knees locked, one or both, causing an anterior tilt of the pelvis and leading one to be sway back. That puts a lot of pressure on the lower vertebrae, as well as collapses the chest in the aim to keep the head over the hips. So the head and shoulders are pushed forward, there's a big arch in the middle of the back, there's a sway back in the hips, putting a lot of pressure, a lot of strain on the body. So how do we correct this? Number 1 is to soften the knees. The knees are like shock absorbers. They need to be lightly bent so that they can absorb the shock. Number 2 is to recenter the hips. So after the knees are bent, we're going to draw back the hips so that the perineum, which sits between the anus and genitalia, points right between the ankle bones. Next, after your knees are bent, your hips are centered, we do what we call in Tai Chi is sink the sacrum. It's a posterior tilt of the pelvis. What happens when you sink the sacrum is it helps open the legs, keeping the knees in proper alignment over the ankles and foot, and powers up the quadriceps. So 1 is to soften the knees, 2 is to draw the hips back, 3 is to sink the sacrum. It's really important now that we don't sink our upper body as well. That brings up point number 4, which is to keep your crown raised with your chin drawn in and your chest open. Let me demonstrate. Here's the collapsed posture. We're going to raise the crown and draw the chin in, keeping the eyes level with the horizon. At the same time, the chest opens, helping return the shoulders to their rightful place. This is going to reduce a lot of neck and shoulder tension and help prevent more serious problems along the spine. In addition, once we get out of the sway back, we really prevent further damage to that lower lumbar area, which is way overburdened from the way people stand around and sit improperly as well. Practice makes perfect. Good luck.